All right, here we are at the Intestine Man Petroglyph site just northwest of Moab, Utah. And I'm not exactly sure where they are, so let's take a little walk. It's right off the road here, so it's pretty accessible. I'm just gonna walk along the wall and see what I can see. All right, this over here definitely looks like the main site. There's a good layer of desert varnish. That's the black stuff that naturally coats the rocks and makes carving petroglyphs really appropriate in this setting. So let's get a closer look. So those look like bighorn sheep, maybe a few other animals there on the right side. And then to the left, looks like a coyote or some animal at the end of a long line of dots that leads to a person there on the left side. But there's also some other interesting looking lines, and it almost looks like maybe it could be a map. I'm not exactly sure though. There are rivers in the area though, like the Colorado River, a very big river. So, yeah, let's see what else we can see. I don't know where the Intestinal Man is, because I'm pretty sure that's a thing. And then, of course, the spirals, which are pretty common and could mean a number of different things. But I don't know how old these petroglyphs are or who exactly made them, so a little bit of research into that would help determine what the spirals and what the other glyphs could represent. But I'm going to keep walking down the rock face to see what other petroglyphs I can see. It's probably more. This is a really great location though. What I'd really like to see is, like, I want to turn the corner and see E.T. looking at me, you know, from the wall, something like that. Just a big alien looking thing. That'd be super cool. And of course, there's always modern petroglyphs that you find that kind of muddle the situation. Unfortunately, people have left their mark. So in the future, maybe that'll be cool to see, but right now it's just annoying. It's just graffiti. Yeah, let's keep going. And the areas with the black desert varnish, that dark film on the rock, those are the best places to look for petroglyphs. So I feel like I scanned this entire wall and I have not seen what I thought were the Intestine Man petroglyphs. So I don't have service right now, so I can't even look up a picture of what they look like, but I thought I remember seeing a picture that looked a little different from what I have seen here in person, and it looked like a guy with intestines in his belly. So I don't know where that is. I'll keep looking, but they have escaped me so far. I also looked around a lot of the boulders, so I didn't see it. So I may be mistaken. I may have seen all there is to see, but it's also possible that I didn't. Anywho, let's go to the next site. Just a side note though, petroglyphs are everywhere in the Southwest, so there's probably like thousands and thousands and thousands of unmarked petroglyphs just in this area. Maybe not this little area, but you know, this part of Utah, there's probably a lot of petroglyphs unmarked. Okay, so I just got back into service and I did some online research. It turns out the Intestine Man petroglyphs are actually not petroglyphs. So I was looking for the wrong thing. They're pictographs and they're pretty hard to see. They're not very obvious. So I'm gonna go back to the site and using the directions I pulled up online, I'm gonna try to look at the pictographs and they should be pretty cool. Well, I should have known. There was a little thing here to kind of lead your attention up. So there are the pictographs up there on the wall, pretty high. So along with the creature, which could be a man, it could be a bird, with the intestines displayed inside of it, there's also other birds that are depicted, and it looks like there might be some stuff off to the side as well. So the pictographs we just saw, those are considered to be part of the Barrier Canyon style of rock art, which is pretty common in this part of Utah and in western Colorado. And they're believed to be between 1,500 and 4,000 years old. All right, so the next stop is still near Moab, Utah, and it's gonna be a couple of roadside petroglyph sites similar to basically what we just saw. Pretty cool variety, and some of them are pretty high up. A lot of depictions of people holding hands, like in a line. Pretty cool. Lots of people, animals, spirals, things that look like part of a map, like maybe the meandering Colorado River, things of that nature. There's a lot. Some of them are faded and hard to see, but it's a pretty big panel. Let's go take a look at the river itself, though, the Colorado River, the mighty Colorado. By the way, this spot is just called Roadside Petroglyphs on Google Maps. They're marked with a sign here, but there's no name for them. Yeah, that's a big river. So much bigger than the little river I saw in Colorado just yesterday. That was still the Colorado River, but in its infancy. And these are some pretty cool sandstone. Oh, look at that. There's so many more petroglyphs over here. Oh my gosh, even more. Oh, and over there too. And there's so many that are people holding hands in a long, long line. That is something I've not really seen before. So I wonder why this site has that specifically. Looks like corn or something, like a plant, or yeah, a lot of depictions of what I think are maps, like the Colorado River, other landforms, so many different types of animals, creatures, beings, people, lots of things in lines. Very interesting. And they're very high, so either they used ladders or the land was higher when they were made, which is possible. The sediment could have washed away. That was cool. So at the end of my visit there, I did see the sign that does explain a lot of the things depicted, and they are thousands of years old, just like the petroglyphs we saw earlier. And yeah, very, very cool art from different periods of history. And there were actually structures against that wall at some point, and the land was higher. There was a talus rock slope that was cleared to make room for the highway when it was constructed. Got dinosaur tracks right here. The dinosaur was 5.6 feet tall at the hip. But there's also some smaller dinosaurs, as small as a modern day turkey. Petroglyphs are a little higher. All right, there's quite a few petroglyphs here. It's a two-headed sheep. Interesting. This one I saw from way down in the parking lot. This group of people holding hands. There's quite a bit of modern graffiti mixed in with the panels here, but there's also some that are clearly old. There's the Colorado. All right, walking down this trail on the side of the rock face here doesn't look like the best spots for petroglyphs to be, just because of the nature of the rock here. It does look like a great place to mine this bit of pigment though. But I don't think I'm going to continue too far down this path because it doesn't look that conducive for petroglyphs. Little squirrel. So I'm going to turn back around and head back to the spot where I did see more petroglyphs, some pretty good ones, so catch you there. The Moab, Utah area is a pretty cool area though. The opening scenes of the first Indiana Jones movie, I think it was it The Last Crusade? When he's a Boy Scout, they're on horseback, they find Coronado's Cross or something. That was filmed in Arches National Park. It's a very pretty area. Looks like a little foot right here. And this here is pretty interesting. I've not seen creatures like this before. All right, well, I'm content with what I saw here at the Dinosaur track and Petroglyph stop. Gonna make my way down now. There's most definitely a waterfall here when it rains. I'm on my way to my last petroglyph stop of the day. And check that out, a natural arch on the left side of the road. But I'm heading south towards Arizona. So I'll see you there. All right, here I am arriving at the final petroglyph site of the day. Southern Utah, near the town of Bluff, and very close to the Colorado River. That was really cool. That was huge. A lot of petroglyphs. There's a big one up there. Yeah, all sorts of different things depicted. The river, hunting scenes, people, different looking people, everything. And you can kind of tell they're all different ages because some of them were a certain type of faded, you know, and others looked more fresh. So you can see them from down here too. Oh, wow. There's a lot over there as well. And over here. Yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of images depicted on the rock wall here. I did not even come close to seeing all of them, but you could sit and look at them all day and just ponder. But that concludes this trip. So I've got to get going to Arizona now, but it was still very cool. There's some more back here as well. Some of these are thousands and thousands of years old.
You want or need for your home at $99 or less per month.
Smoke from the fire.